started at 6:05. Oh, bug. This far down, sure. There he is. hate them as well. Got him? No. No, that's not his PSN. Glass around my eye. really got that. That's all.
Hello everyone and welcome for the penultimate round of our 20 race season here in the Global Racing League. As Season 5 slowly comes to an end, so does our 2 championships. As it stands right now, May can clinch his first Global Racing League championship after he lost out to Josh just 1 season ago, which was also on the final race of the season. All that May needs to do is outscore Apex by 6 and Charman also by 6 to get his hands on his first GRL title. As well as McLaren can take their second Constructors' Championship if Aston Martin do not gain 20 points on them in this race, and name a better place than Abu Dhabi to win your first title, the track where hopes are lost and gained, where one man gets champagne and the other is left staring into a void of regret, thinking where things went wrong for him. For the past 3 seasons in here in the Tier 2 division, the championship has been decided in Abu Dhabi, so the odds are in favour for us today. The Yas Marina circuit was first introduced in 2009 and has been the track for some of the most iconic moments the sport has ever seen. And yes, I'm talking to you, Hamilton fans. Anyway, this track is 3.28 miles long. It has 16 turns, 7 to the right and 9 to the left, 2 DRS zones leading into a long left-hand banking turn, so a lot of late braking here. As this is the penultimate round of the Global Racing League, a 5-month season-long journey can all be wrapped up today. I am Spray and Pray, and well, anyway, will be joining me in just a few minutes as my duo. But for now, let's jump into the Abu Dhabi qualifying session. So who is our first driver on the track? It will be... looks like an AlphaTauri. Is that May who's going to do our first flying lap of the evening? The championship leader is now ready to take on his first push lap. And what a better driver to go on right now. Let's have a look. Out of turn 16, we're going to go on board with him all the way. Let's go, sir. What are you talking about? So let me just do that. Yeah, hi, Go Slow. What's up? Mate, just... I don't think you're... Oh, shut up, man. You actually made me look as well. Wait, hang on. Hang on, I need to test this now. Yeah, you little...
Standing by.
Cheers, Flat. Yeah. So funny, yeah. It's so funny. Oh my god, I've never laughed so much in my life. Idiot. Can't get overtaking in the championship. It's going to be so great. Well, May is also setting a double purple second. Also, got some new graphics there. Who's the car behind? That looks like a Red Bull. Is that Haytham or is that Purbazar? That looks like Haytham with the lovely fishy helmet. Is just following in May. He's getting a little bit of a turn. There seems to be a yellow flag just about where May is, so that's just probably a car letting him through. Let's see, what is the first lap time from our championship league? This is the benchmark for everyone to catch. For May is going to be a 1:24.797. To be honest, I don't know what a good lap time here is in Abu Dhabi. I actually don't know. Haytham with a 1:26.6, so he must have had a little mistake. And Purbazar, there we go, 1:24.561. Yet to have a pole position in Tier 2 so far. This division has had 14 different winners in 18 rounds. So maybe we can get a new one in the name of Purbazar. Only drivers who are yet to pick up a win so far: Purbazar, Haytham, Marshall, Chartman, and Begley Mosquito so far on this go. Maybe one of the Alpine drivers, I'm not too sure. But Stricken Das, he's come back on his full traction for today, and there we go. Fastest lap of them all so far, 6 tenths clear of May. That is a pretty good lap for the Mercedes. And a not so good one from the other, 130.854 for Spandon, who is currently leading the record for most DNFs in a row. This is his, I think he's DNF'd 9 times in the past 9 races. But this track is very wide, there's not a lot of walls. Surely he doesn't crash today. Unless he gets hit, obviously. There is no possible way that he can crash today, right? Who else is on a lap? Actually, what I will just quickly do, I will just go through the whole complete championship standings. It's very tight. I'll see, our bye goes slow. He won't be missed. So, leading the top is May on 193 points, with Chartman 173 behind, and then Apex 172. Loki's 138. He is just, do you think Spandon or Strickett will bin it again? Oh, actually, the Sector 3 walling is quite small. So, there is a possibility. Maybe not Stricken, I could see Spandon. Anton Hybers was just a bit held up on that lap there from the Mercedes. That's probably the nicest thing to see. Let's quickly just go through constructors. It goes from McLaren 359, Aston Martin 296, AlphaTauri 187, Alpine 186, Williams 173, Haas 158, Alfa Romeo 152, Red Bull 152, Mercedes 150, and Ferrari in plumb last on a solid 95 points. Well, we are just discussing the championship at the minute. It is actually the last season was a rendition of a McLaren v Aston Martin battle for constructors, and it also is this year. And also, well, anyway, this is all well anyways factors. He's the facts guy. That's who he is. This is the first possible time for a McLaren or an Aston Martin team to get 2 Constructors' Championships in GRL. I don't think anyone has done it. Maybe Red Bull? I could see Red Bull having 2, but apart from that, I'm not too sure about anyone else. Let's have a look. Is Chartman or Apex done a lap yet? I think Chartman's just finishing off. Oh no, he's in the middle sector of his lap. It's a long left-hand straight here, all DRS activated. See, into the left-hand braking, nice and early, not too much brake. You have to get back on the power. You have to average about 100 miles per hour throughout that turn to really maintain the speed. Chartman gets super close to the edge of the wall. Now this is where the higher downforce setup really benefits you in this tight right, left, right section. Has been winding out a bit ago, you can carry a bit more speed, but it's still a bit of a juggernaut to get through. One more turn, should be flat out. Finally, turn 16, and Chartman has missed the apex. This will not be too much of a competitive time. It's P6 for Chartman. The timings are very spread out, but apex is also yet to do a lap. Also, a fact I was thinking about earlier today, the Season 3 decider had the championship, or either the championship leader or the championship runner-up crash. So Borlin crashed in Season 3, which retired his race. In Season 4, Josh spun 3 times on his first lap, got back to 3rd place, and then May crashed on his on a safety car restart lap. And oh, May, as soon as I'm talking about crashes, that's a big spin out of turn 3. But let's see, will Apex, Chartman and May keep this tradition going? Is there anyone else on a proper lap? Because May has just binned it. Loki's just come out. Purples are in the pit lane. Heffy is on a lap, I believe. He is saying he's not too great at this track, and to be fair, I don't think many drivers are. It's an awkward track to get right. I actually preferred the track when it was the original layout. I quite enjoyed the slow chicanes and stuff. So it was a lot easier to defend on. But this track, it seems you could always be vulnerable for attack. Ferrari's just going through the gears, trying to carry as much speed through this section as possible. Does turn in a bit late though on the corner 14, now through 15. one more to 16. It is not going to be a super competitive time for Heffy, and it is going to be P12. He's going to need a lot more than that, to say the least. Apex is just still going out on his outlap now. So, ooh, that's a big spin. Really does struggle for traction around this circuit. May DNF and Apex win? I mean, in all fairness, the tradition does have to keep it going. And Heffy just hasn't, Heffy okay? He's going to get disqualified. Well, he is disqualified. Oh, that is... Oh, no, is he DNF'd? Oh, sorry, I've no clue what's just happened there. I was too busy reading the chat. Apex is just about to go on his flying lap. Stricken Daz is on a push lap. He's gone through sector 1, unfortunately. I did not see what he did. But it's a very big, heavy braking zone. If he can just hit that inside curb, which he has done, he's going to be able to carry as much speed as possible. That's really nice work from Stricken Das there. I'm going to not lie to you. That was a really nice chicane from him. Could this be an improvement of his original time? What is the lap time saying? No, he's actually down by 2.5 tenths. Not what I was expecting. So maybe Stricken Das is a bit of an Abu Dhabi warrior. And there we go. Never mind. Rahman 23.8. He has found his feet much recently. He picked up his second race win in Singapore and in Azerbaijan. I knew he had pace, but unfortunately I wasn't there to see the whole entire race. So, it's really good with his teammate, RRL Apex. Is there anything he can do to get anywhere near his teammate? The Aston Martin team have got a hell of a job to try and clinch this Constructors title. And he is purple in Sector 2. If the Aston team can come out of here with a double podium, but McLaren have to have some mistake. They are giving themselves a bit of a chance in Brazil, but they need to have a very strong showing today. And I mean a very strong showing. They have to beat them by 20 points. Someone just crept up the leaderboard a bit now. Was that Loki, I believe? Or that Spandon? May have been Spandon. Let's see. Can Apex get anywhere near his teammate? No, he cannot. Oh, P13 for A. That's not what he wants to be seeing. That is probably exactly what May wants to see. He is also not improving on his lap. Spandon, I don't think he'll be on a lap with that lower fuel. Is anyone on a lap? It's the Alpine is on a lap. There we go. The Alpines did put on a bit of a show in Season 3 in Abu Dhabi a few years ago. Not to float my own boat or anything. But me and Mac had a pretty good final race just 2 seasons ago. Managed to fight with all the top drivers, and not including Ghostlight. And oh, Scarito loses it on the final corner. Curly is on his flying lap. He's like a back off the power a little bit. There seems to be another yellow flag. I'm not sure who that was. It looks like an Alpine or something like that. Purvisol had a little spin. There we go. Rahman and Stricken Das are both in the pit lane. Anton Hypers is not on a push lap. There's I think Berg is there. The Williams team still fighting for a decent spot in Constructors. They're not exactly out of any fights. They will need to have a pretty big showing, and to be honest, that was yeah, that's probably the right decision for the Williams, in my opinion. Apex has invalidated his lap, so he will be heading into the pit lane for one final run. Curly is still on his flying lap, so let's go board with the McLaren. Is yet to set a time. He needs to try and prove his worth, but he's actually managed to take a lot more speed through that section than I can. So maybe he's running a bit of a higher downforce setup than me, or Curly has got some pretty big bollocks today. One more left-hand corner to go. Can he keep it in the lines? There's a pretty hard corner to Vaga into, to be honest. He hasn't really pushed that much. Rahman's gone to that medium tyre. What on earth? Let's see, Curly across the line. It will be a competitive time. It's a bit short. P13 for Curly. Why on earth has Rahman got out on the mediums? What is he thinking?
Scrub them in. Less time to heat them up. There's a safety car.
Well, if any of you can explain the strategy he is on right now, would be pretty desired. I think Chartman may be on our lap. No, he's just about to go on that. It's going to be a push lap for Charman. He needs to make up some good points today to try and have any chance to get into Brazil with maybe a slim chance of winning a championship. Has not had a race win yet, but he does find himself second in the standings. So it is Mr. Consistent for Charman. He almost invalidates through turn 3 into the new and probably not improved turn 4. I didn't get a chance to see his lap time, but I think he was over, especially how wide he went there. Over those rumble strips where I also spun and hit Boyd Bean a few years ago. I think, well, anyway, he's fully aware of that incident. Chartman into the heavy braking. That's a terrible camera angle, I'm not going to do that. He does touch that left-hand curb. And also the right-hand curb gets back on the power. It's going through the gears under quickly. DRS is activated. The battery is flowing up into 8th gear. The second sector line will come just now. What's it going to be for Chartman? He is a 10th up. Not going to see much improvement. The time's super spread out at the minute. What can Chartman do in this final sector to try and see him climb up this what's it called? The tier, not the tier, the list. I don't know, let's just call it the list. Curly has retired, so he's not going to be doing any more laps, so he's going to be at the most P13 for Curly. Chartman has got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, which was the Mercedes. Don't think it should have affected him too much. Chartman with one corner left to go. The second sector looks, and the third sector looks improved, and it's going to be P8 for Chartman. That is his qualifying over. Anyone else going on a lap? There seems to be a lot of traffic here. Spanden's gone. Oh no! No! Come on, man! Oh, Charlie. Well, anyway, will you just join mine? I'll join you. I'll join you. Oh, Spandon. Hello, well, anyway. Are you
Hello.
there?
What's good?
Whoa. Hello. Spandon's DNF.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't join another party because I'm not in that group chat.
You're not in the tier 2 chat?
No, I'm not.
That's weird. Let's have a look at Apex. He is 2/10 up through the first sector, but to be honest, he is going to need to find a lot more. So we've got to look at May. Is he any closer to the finish line? He's about to go on his final push lap. Can you keep an eye on May out for me? Well, anyway.
Yeah, I'll be on him.
Yep, I'll stay on board with Apex, who has actually missed his Apex. What a surprise from Spandon. Oh.
May was on like a 4-minute out lap, at least according to the game.
Right, Apex through the second sector has lost his 2/10 gain. It's going to have to be a miracle for Apex. He has to find, unless he has a big mistake in this final sector, it's going to be P14 for the championship chaser.
May is down in sector 1, but of course, as we know, sector 1 is quite short and there is not a lot of time you can gain there. So
Chartman's retired. P8 for Chartman. And Apex has gone wide. And he's missed the Apex. It's not a good lap from Apex at all. 13 for Apex.
I don't think Apex liked this track. I remember him struggling in WTFO when we raced here.
Rahman is also a 10th and a half up. Let's go on board with May. He is not
May is 37,000 up.
To be fair, he's doing all he needs to do. Chartman down in 8th, Apex in 13th. Also,
Apex will need a mad one to stay in contention. Purpose goes second.
Yep, he is chasing that, but he gets picked out by Rahman, who's actually going quicker, just by over 2/10. What's May's lap going to look like? He's just 300ths of a second up.
He had a little wobble coming out of that right-hander.
May across the line, it will not. It's going to be P5 for May. Just gets the Mercedes of Spandon. Strickett will not get that pole position.
Chartman has dropped down to P10.
Yeah. Rahman around the final corner. Will it be an improved time? Yes, it will be. Rahman
you see that Rahman is having a little bit of a late season resurgence.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Of course, he already had the win in Spa, but the last 3 races, including this one, he dominated in Singapore. He was very fast in Baku until the crash with Ivy Wifu, which damaged his side pod, I think. And now another pole position, by 2.5 tenths and 4 tenths to the guy in third.
Well, Rahman picks up his second pole? I want to say his second.
I believe so, yeah. Singapore was his first.
Let's just go through the rundown. Rahman picks up a pole position for Aston Martin in their hunt for a constructors. Purbazar in second, Loki in third, Stricken in fourth, May in fifth, Spandon in sixth, Burgers in seventh, Anton in eighth, Marshall in ninth, and Charman in 10th, followed by Mosquito, Hatham, Apex, Curly, Scorito, and Heffy at the back of the grid.
Charman and Apex both need to get on themselves to take it to the next race.
Yeah, they definitely do.
So far, every Tier 2 title has been decided in Abu Dhabi. The only difference being it was the last race, the last two times. Now it's
but it's still in Abu Dhabi, though, technically.
Why are the crews T-posing?
Yeah.
Of course I've seen it before, it just never quite fails to amaze me.
It's always there, I just never noticed it.
They're just standing in the line behind each other.
It's team building.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Mercury right now, and they will need to support their drivers the best they can, knowing that they have a combined 21 DNFs this season between Srikat and Spandon.
It's very un-Mercedes. The Mercedes team don't really have many DNFs.
Yeah.
They're normally quite, what's the word, reliable. But
Like Russell's engine in Australia was quite surprising, to be honest.
Well, we are still just waiting for players, so it's likely going to be another lobby issue knowing this game.
No! Okay, let's just
give it. There we go.
Never mind,
yeah,
never mind.
Lovely. God, what other facts do you have for me, Will, anyway?
What ones have you already gone through before
if you just say them, I'll tell you if I've said, I don't know, you have more, I know you have more.
Okay, so in terms of the championship, we have three contenders. Of course, May is in pole position to take the championship. Both in general, and after qualifying to take the championship already in this round, he needs to outscore Chardman by 6 points and Apex by 5, and they basically over the next two races they need to outscore May by they can't tie him because May wins every tiebreaker due to having more wins and more second places, so that they need to outright have more points than him. As for the constructors, the tables have turned from last week as the number of races goes down. Of course, constructor is much more complicated with there being two cars scoring points. But for this one, Aston with Raman and Apex needs to outscore Loki and Kelly by at least 20 points to take it to the next race. And as in the drivers, they can't risk a tiebreaker because McLaren have 3 wins and Aston only have 1, so they also need to have outright points.
Well, while we go through the facts, do you guys want to do a quick helmet check, because I already have my winner.
No threat of rain for the time being.
Yep, sure.
For the 19th time, who is the helmet winner of the day, Mr. Will, anyway? Or your vote, at least.
Oh! Spandon has spun!
Oh, come on!
They just reset the
He's already looking for a spot to DNF today.
Oh, there we go.
I say my helmet is Loki, definitely.
Yeah, Loki's helmet is
100%.
so nice. It looks so good. Well, Parmesan and Rama have to swap positions for the minute. Just trying to hold on this grid at the back. I mean, who is that? Is that Burns? No, who is that holding up the grid? There's Anton.
Maybe, yeah. We may be going for 16 different winners in 19 rounds. or 15. I
think it
lost
was
track.
15. Yeah,
I know that the two-time winners are Wabi, May, and Loki, and someone else, but I don't remember
Okay,
who it
incredible
was.
parking there. Nice one.
Or maybe it was just 3 two-time winners.
Well, as Haytham, or as Heffy is the final car to park up on the grid. It is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the 19th time here in Abu Dhabi. And we are away we go. It does look like Rahman has got a good enough start. Herbazar is not really in a position to get ahead, but yes, he has got ahead.
Herbazar who takes the lead into 1.
Yep, Herbazar into turn 1. There's been a huge amount of contact between Rahman and True Locus. There seems to be Strixon on the inside of turn 2, trying to pick up a few positions. All clean for the minute. May in 5th place, Spandon all the way chasing. He's onto the rumble strip. Marshall into 7th place. Apex down in 14th.
And True Lucky God makes a move on Ramen.
Was it Chartman also in
whatever
12th
turn
place?
that is at the end of Sector 1.
Someone like Danny Mosquito is getting a big run onto Chartman. This is not what Chartman needs. He's gone out right ahead of him.
Bergen has got ahead of Marshall on the straight, so Marshall's either not burning ERS or just has a break on this in a straight line. But now Marshall actually comes back at him at the exit of the chicane. They make a little bit of contact. Now they also have Haytham lurking in the background behind them. It's gonna be 3 wide between Haytham, Marshall, and Berg. Haytham is gonna back out of that. Marshall and Berg are still gonna be side by side into the sweeping left-hander. And it's gonna be Berg who comes out in front, but Marshall, I think, running a lot more downforce. He's hanging it around the outside. It's gonna be Berg who takes 7th.
Chartman was getting perilously close there to also onto the back of Anton, but the two championship chasers are not really in a position where they can fight for this. Chartman down 1 position. Apex has not moved at all, but it was a pretty scary start for May. He did have both Mercedes on him, and you also
May needs to outscore Chartman and Apex by 6 and 5 points respectively. Now he's outscoring both of them by 12 at the moment.
Yeah, also my apologies for not showing the tyres at the start. I completely forgot about it. So
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
on the medium tyre with just
You were
Curly
just,
and Chartman on the
so mesmerized by my stats.
Burgers is still chasing down onto Stricken Dash. Now obviously all with both Williams and Mercedes in a perilous fight for P8 in the Constructors' Championship. I think both of them also tied on points. Is there any
So
chance gaining at all?
Actually, it might not be that bad for Chartman and Apex. They are 2 of the only flickers in the field on the hards. So that may explain the
Yep.
drop.
And ooh, that's
Oh, you
Spandon
bugger.
going super deep. He's done a Lewis Hamilton. He's completely cut that turn 7. Stricken Das, I think, is going to get ahead of his teammate here. Or are they going to have a little scrap? Stricken seeming to give the
Well,
position.
Chartman has spun. Chartman is last.
I did just see a yellow flag, and that was Chartman. No damage, but a big damage to his championship hunt. It all slips away from him now. I was saying, for the past 2 seasons in Tier 2, in Abu Dhabi, either first or second place has crashed in Abu Dhabi. If you know that.
It's always something, you know. It can have just happen naturally that someone is faster, they are just running together for the entire race, someone passes someone. Always has to be some drama, like Josh falling down to last place, having two separate spins on
And
lap 1.
falling, crashing.
Yeah, and he, not to remind you that he had to start last in the first place, he had a quali bump.
And also May crashed as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was winning for the entire time until Josh started clamping so much and May just couldn't get past Wongfi, who was leading, and he needed to do it to win anyway. Then he finally went for it and then crashed just in front of Josh, and it was game over.
Well, the battle on Jargon Nava is quite enticingly. Is Haytham and Marshall. Haven't really seen these two drive with each other. Heffy is just causing a lot of yellow flags.
One thing that may be interesting out of the top 4 is that Loki and May are using all of their battery, while Ramen and Perbesar are chilling in comparison. Perbesar is on 80%. May is down to 90, 17 now, 14. Down to 9% for May.
Stricken has now fallen out of the DRS of his teammate, so he is going to be under pressure from Haytham, Marshall, and Berggren, I don't know what to say. But he's gone very wide there, that'll be a warning. Also, not very fun to go onto that curb, I've learned many times. Another yellow flag, Heffy.
I think Heffy must have damage or just doesn't like this track.
He did say he doesn't like it. But Parbazar leads a Grand Prix here in Tier 2.
So Strikant is on 100% of battery.
he may need to use it.
Well, in front of him, Spandan and May are using everything. Spandan using it all to set the fastest lap, and Spandan also running wide at then one that could have been a struggling warning, but knowing this game, not necessarily.
Now, we're just going to follow Spandan. Obviously, the two DRS back straight does give a good chance for maybe an 8/10 gap to close a little, maybe? May essentially on the end of his battery usage. Spandan is going to close that gap now with the DRS.
May still has more battery than Spandan.
Right, Spandan does close up the gap just 3/10, and he's going to cock up right behind May here.
I think
May could be in threat.
I think May put all the cards banking on staying with the DRS of the top 3, but he hasn't managed to do that.
Yeah, Spandan is gaining a lot here. Is there any opportunities into the heavy left turn? May, a bit of history with this corner. Spandan is lagging a lot.
Yeah, he is. I saw that.
Another yellow flag that is also that is Heffy, and Rahman is right behind Loki here. What has happened to Loki?
Well, I said that Loki was using so much DRS compared to Ramen and Pebezar. And Loki has hit the wall. He just hit the wall at the exit of the S's.
Does he have damage? No, he does not. But Rahman has managed to close right to the back of him, and he's out of the DRS zone. God, these helicopter camera shots are so good on this track. 4/10 is the gap for Rahman onto True Lucky. This could be a big part in the constructors here, maybe. But to that, Apex isn't really giving Rahman a helping hand at the minute.
I will be calculating constructors closer to the back end of this race.
Yeah, that would be very nice. As well, look, Rahman onto the back of True Loki. God, it is a 5/10 gap, but he definitely has the battery advantage. This will be a move, probably into maybe it's going to be before the second DRS zone. Rahman has flew past the McLaren. Is Loki going to fight this? He's going to go super deep. He's going to try and get that inside line off of Rahman. Has to back out, but he would also.
Oh, they make contact! They make contact! That's going to allow May to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, and who got the DRS? It was Loki who got the DRS. There's a bit of huge bit of contact. Berger is now on the back of Stricken, and he is through.
I bet Perbezar must be loving his leaderboard right now.
Loki does not regain that position, but this now brings May and Spandan all into the fight here.
I hope you are getting the shot as well. I'm just getting a beautiful cinematic shot of Ramen through Spandan going through this section. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like the helicopter view. It's so good.
Yeah.
I had that with the lap before when Rahman was chasing Loki. But all these cars are very, very nicely just all closing up to each other. I was also saying about 2 seasons ago how good Abu Dhabi was in season 3 with me and Mac as well. We had a very good race.
I had that was probably my favorite race of the entire season, even though Goso ended up beating me to the win.
Dude, that's pretty my favourite race ever.
It was just so fun.
It was really good. Spandan is gonna Spandan like a little look onto May there. So look, can True Loki or Mr. Loki fight back on Rahman at all? I don't think it will be enough. Spandan followed by Stricken and followed by Loki has gained massively onto Rahman there.
Okay, so just a moment ago, Rahman had a massive battery advantage on Loki. Now they're just about equal.
Loki actually, Rahman went super deep there, by the way, but Loki messed up his switchback. He went onto the huge sausage cup, and Spandan and May are going to go at this now. Down into turn 8, Spandan around the outside of May. Can he make this stick? May with the inside line. None of them are going to back out just yet. The curb. Yep, into turn 10 now. Spandan still has the inside line, but May does hold on to it.
I was about to say that May would be wiser to back out of that, but he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but maybe he just wants a bit of a photo finish. Oh, Berger almost get a Nicholas and Stevie there. Jesus.
Srikan is finally getting around to using some battery. Berger runs wide. There's going to be a warning. Marshall is right on his tail. Basically top 8, well, basically from 2nd to 8th is all just about in a DRS train. Maybe Srikan's falling out a little bit, but
it's Spandan okay. He's lasted 7 laps.
who said that?
Alfie. Yellow flag.
Haydam has crashed in sector 1. There's gonna be a full safety car. and that doesn't work out for Chartman or Apex.
No, that is 7 laps in. We have our first safety car of the evening. And it is not the Mercedes, it is the Red Bull of Haytham. I was going to say it's not Spandon. But well done Spandon, he is lasting ever so well.
He has outlasted someone.
So unfortunate for Haytham. I hate that little S at the start of the race. I hate it. It's so annoying.
I hate that part. It just feels so random.
Well, do you see any cars going into the pit lane here?
Yeah, everyone on the mediums. It would be wise to go into the pits.
Really?
Yeah, hards go about 22 laps, so just exactly what remains to go right now. So they will go
Perbazar
to the end.
listening to you. Perbazar is in the pit lane, Rahman in the pit lane, Loki in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Same as May, Spandon, Stricken as well, all standing as a 3 seconds.
I think that may be a removal because this pit entry is glitched.
Yeah.
I haven't checked what causes it. It seems that it just randomly targets certain cars.
I'm worried about them.
Like I was doing a practice race, and in one race I just couldn't enter the pit entry without getting a penalty, and then every other race it was fine. So I remember also last season in Tier 1 Wismar had that, and then got the 3 seconds removed at the end.
The one thing that did worry me was the Mercedes double stack stricken down now to P11. We have Apex now leading this Grand Prix with Chartman in 3rd place. So these boys are going to have to do a huge stint at Milmap, maybe go long on the hard and hope for a late safety car. That's what he has to pray for.
It's going to be perfect for Chartman and Apex. Well, I haven't even noticed him keep up, but yeah. It's going to be perfect if they... Now, why is Apex going off track? Apex has let the lap heavy unlap himself.
Ah, how kind. Well, thank you very much to Apex.
And yeah, I was on about that if they can hold position against these cars on fresher tires until about lap 15, and then there is a safety car at that time, then that would be the perfect setup for them. Because others either have to follow and go on their second mediums, or just stay on the hards that they have.
Well, the only car that didn't enter the pit lane on the medium run was Scarito, who is now into P4, but it's just overtaken Chartman. That's very peculiar. that was so random.
Maybe Scorito is not that confident in his hard tires.
Who knows? Is Effie an AI? No, he's not.
No.
It looked like his car was ghosted for a second, that's all. Well, everyone is together. They're just waiting on the lap car of Heffy to get to the back of the pack. So I reckon one more lap of safety car is all that's needed.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go on not a flying lap, but a race lap with Heffy. All cinematic shots. This is what we all want to see. No traffic, no disturbances. It's like a view cinema. And there we go.
Scorito pits now. What's the point?
Oh,
it's gonna be last.
Tactic.
Well, 14th. Where was Scorito before? He wasn't last.
No, he was
also, Heavy has just taken out every single brake board. Did you see that?
I did. I'm putting out, I'm not going to swear on the Giro YouTube, but that is something I could call a shithouse. What a legend.
What the hell? I mean, I don't really mind braking boards being destroyed in a Tier 1 race, because they are so close to the white line that sometimes you can just accidentally go over and knock them, but that looked intentional.
Well, we've got some fraudulent behaviours to talk about, don't we? Were you using a line in a SPRC?
What?
Were you using full racing line in SPRC?
For about 5 laps.
Oh, there we go. Did you turn on full traction as well?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
What there we go.
I think you need to change your Discord then to a full assist runner.
No.
You know, all assist pad player.
I'm not all assists. I have no assists. It was just.
I don't know. After what you've just told me, I can't trust you anymore.
It was just a one-time thing. I just couldn't bother. Like go watch my stream back. I was snapping in 7th gear. What do you want me to do?
Snapping in 7th gear. I mean, my race went terribly. I literally, safety car comes out, my game crashes. When I was just about to pit onto inters. So my game doesn't hit me. I come back on medium tires with inter conditions. I'm like, okay, yeah, the rain isn't too bad. I guess I can do. I'll try it. Get into the fucking start. I have like almost 4 spins, break my wing, and I retire. I don't normally retire in pits.
I finished 6th and I beat Tom. It seems like I can beat Tom in every league except GRL. Like in this season of GRL, Tom has beaten me like 17-0 in quali and 17-0 in races. And half a speeding. I mean, he can do that. It seems that he's close enough to do this, but
yeah, we're going to the medium tire, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He fights his way out of the pack nicely.
Well, he's on hards and he's not going on soft, so that's going to be mediums, surely.
Yeah, there we go. So this will be the final lap of safety car.
But speaking, if I'm using no assist, wanna talk about how yesterday I won the no assist race by 42 seconds?
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I still haven't made a SPRC highlight video for Canada.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh, well, I didn't get any footage for Brazil either, because my game crashed.
So didn't you restart your stream after that?
I did, but it's awkward, isn't it? So I just got, I saved my clip and go on the share factory, don't I?
Okay, let's get
Oh yeah.
go racing again.
I don't use computer or anything, so I can't really be bothered, to be honest with you.
In this lap,
Until the timing line. Safety car
it seems like the right call. Heavy is... Hopefully he can have better fortunes on this... We can call it the second stint.
Can a medium compound do 18 laps?
A medium, that would be a little bit of a stretch. I think I can do like 17 on mediums.
Well, Heffy's got it as his cast for now, but with the safety car going in, let's go to the race leader.
But you know how this game is, sometimes you can go on 90% tires and they don't punch.
Tom, what? Right, so when is Apex going? So there was a bit of a safety car incident, to say the least. It'd be a lot calmer. The safety car is in. Apex can go whenever he pleases, but he'll probably wait until the pit straight. Don't see him jumping the gun on this corner. When is Apex going to decide to go? And it is going to be now. But Parmesan's going to hang right with him. Down into turn 1, there is an opportunity for him here.
I don't think Apex needs to be that worried about Per Bezar. I would just, knowing how fast Per Bezar was in that first scene, I would just let him go and then work with Charman to hold up everyone else. But Per Bezar has actually gone wide, and Charman is going to have an opportunity. Actually, Per Bezar saw that he was kind of hampering Charman, backed out of that, but Charman also goes wide now. Goes deep, not wide. And Per Bezar is going to maintain the position at the end.
Charman gets the position on the Parmesan, then retakes it. Or sorry, loses it back from Parmesan. But Charman's getting a huge run onto for Parmesan here. Down into turn 6 is going to be late braking. Marshall has retired.
Marshall is out on the straight, and Stricken is out as well.
Oh no, Apex is spun!
Apex is spun! It's all kicking off.
What a safety car restart. We've just had Stricken and Marshall crash out together. Charman's going to overtake Parmesan into turn 9.
I'm not a big fan of like knocking drivers, but how many incidents honestly have we had this season on straights?
Who knows?
Like how many times can we crash on a straight?
As goes here, but we do have another safety car. Unlucky for Stricken. He got the double stack wrong. But will this be the chance for Chartman to pit maybe?
I wonder what Apex plan is gonna be, because he now doesn't have track position.
Got a pit.
Benefit from. Per Bezar fakes to the pits, Chartman doesn't fake, Chartman is actually pitting now. And I think Apex is gonna do the same. Yeah, he does.
Well, the hard runners are taking to
I'm gonna
take them off.
just tune into Discord for any saucy drama between Strickland and Marshall.
Well, there's already been a ticket made for incident reports.
Lovely, lovely. There's gonna be 22 DNFs for Mercedes this season.
So far.
So far. They have 3 more possible.
Hopefully this should be a one-lap safety car. I'm hoping so. Yeah, it should be one-lap safety car. So no tyre or no driver is left without not doing a pit stop. So there we go. Should now just be a straight race to the finish unless we get a late safety car. Maybe to put on the soft compound tyre.
I love how Mark is just talking to George all the time. Are you racing?
Oh. Oh yeah, I thought you said George. I was like, what?
Josh.
Yeah, I see. I mean, he's not wrong.
And we already have a report from Charmy by Charman reporting Spanda. Like, how many reports have there been between Spanda and Chartman?
I think we have to count.
Races?
We're gonna have to count.
I'm gonna count. Whoa, the tickets are deleted, but I'm gonna count the steward decisions. How many times is it Spanda and Chartman?
Too many to count, mate.
Well, both Chartman and I thought I just lost all game Chartman. That was really weird. Chartman and Apex are all plumb down last, and this is not going their way to say the least.
Certainly isn't. Because I've gone on my own.
May sat in 4th place, saw his championship hopes just one season ago slip out of his AlphaTauri hands.
Since Austria, there has been 6 incidents between Spanda and Chartman. That's nearly 1 per race. Close enough.
As a question, what if May finishes in P4? What positions does he need to win the championship?
What?
Oh!
What? What? Why? That's so out of the blue. What? What did he do? What did he do?
Nothing. I was watching him the whole entire time.
He was just sitting there and got a... What?
He went off track. I know why. Spandon overtook him under safety car. And obviously the game states that it was Spandon's position. So May overtakes him and gets the penalty.
That's BS.
Yeah, so May, do not worry, that penalty will get removed as long as it's what we're thinking.
So if May is 12th, then to stay in contention... What?
What is going on?
Why is it every single week? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna just quickly run through this. For that, 12. So, for them to stay in contention, Chartman and Apex would need to finish 5th or 6th if May is 4th.
But May, with that 5-second penalty, obviously would like to win the race on his own and not in the hands of a steward decision. Hello, Stricken Das. Not your race, bud. And they go, Purpazar has actually caught them napping. What a restart for Purpazar! Oh, I was not expecting that.
1.4 seconds.
1.4, he went mid-corner. Unreal. Loki's right behind Ramen here as well. Ramen's tyres are super cold. Loki's going to have the opportunity down into turn 4, but he's not going to take it. He seems to be a bit too far back for Loki. Heavy braking into the left-hander now. Let's go on board all the way down this back straight. Leading to turn 6. Chapman gets the position onto Scarito. Apex is not really making a dent on those medium tyres. Loki has just sat back a bit off from Rahman. Let's go on to the helicopter's camera view. Loki down into turn 6, 3.5 tenth gap. Let's see if his exit is any good. He will have an opportunity, and it's a decent run. He's going to close the gap down a little bit. Both these drivers are forcing out their batteries. Loki has gained just under 10th of a half, but it's an awkward corner to brake late into. Well, what a restart from the Red Bull.
That's got to be up there somewhere on best restarts.